Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 7th of August. My name is Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
And what a beautiful day, Gary, to be sitting at number 127 Sycamore Street in the heart of Caulfield South. One of my favourite streets and one of my favourite styles of home, Gary, the double-fronted Californian bungalow.
You got that one out, Phil. Bit of a tongue twister. This is my favourite part of South Caulfield too, because this part of South Caulfield's right near the tram line, Glen Huntley Road. We've got Hawthorne Road,
And
all of the cafes.
Not forget
Yes.
Princess Park, Gary.
Let's not forget Princess
Where
Park.
you're known to walk your dog very occasionally.
I'm not known to walk my dog there because I really haven't before.
Right,
But
okay.
I don't want to ruin a good story.
No problem.
So you can believe that if that makes you feel good. Let's talk a bit about this home, Phil, because this is a beauty.
What a great house it is. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms,
Yep.
a study or 4th bedroom or dining room, this gorgeous kitchen meals family room.
Yes.
Overlooking the most gorgeous north-facing rear courtyard garden.
Old and new, working so beautifully together, synonymously, Philip.
in
harmony. Ah, it is, isn't it?
Gorgeous, gorgeous home, and I would welcome everybody to get to the open for inspections on Saturdays and Sundays
Yes.
here, because we've been busy, Gary, as you would expect in a house
We've
like
had
this.
a lot of numbers through, and there's just this weekend, and then the auction, Philip, because the auction is on Saturday, the 18th of August at 12:30 p.m. And I think you've got the pleasure of doing this one, Phil.
I hope I have.
Make sure you do a good job.
Yep, great.
We
great.
did say 2 weeks ago on GPTV that we were going to welcome and introduce our team member, or not team member, I should say salesperson of the month, but a great team member he is as well. So it's with great pleasure now that we
Well,
are.
I'm going to introduce him, Gary, because I'm very excited to say that
Yep.
since I took over this particular person, you were one-on-oneing and mentoring him.
I was
We try to
mentoring
mentor all of our sales
Yes,
team
we share them,
one-on-one.
don't we? Yeah.
And you were looking after him for quite
was.
some time.
Yeah.
I took him over and within 3 months took him, remodelled him and turned him into salesperson of the month. So let's introduce...
And you know what? There's a story there because it just shows how well I prepared him for you, Philip. So there's a story there. So let's introduce with no further ado.
Daniel Reese.
Okay.
Well, Daniel, congratulations, Salesperson of the Month. Very proud of you and very excited to see you win that award. Well
Thank you,
done.
Philip.
Great to have you on the couch, Daniel. Also like to wish you congratulations.
Thanks, Gary.
What went right for you?
I think it was perseverance and doing the hard yards together with my fantastic team, my backup team, working with Glenn Bricker and Elmer, our support in the office. So really making a big difference to everything that we do.
A lot of people don't know you, Daniel, because not everybody's got to deal with everyone in our company. So a little bit about your background. Your background is in hospitality, if I'm not
That's
wrong.
right. I
Is that
worked about 15 years in the hospitality industry with some really big organisations like the Grand Hyatt, Planet Hollywood, and then I opened up a few restaurants and ran those restaurants before embarking on my real estate career.
No doubt that hospitality has a great synergy with real estate, and I know whenever we have a function, you only need to look around because Daniel falls back to his own old ways, and before you know it, he's serving drinks and food to our clients. So we've witnessed that a few times, but it has prepared you well for real estate. And how long has it been now?
5 years, Gary.
5 years, yep.
A little bit about your personal life. Married to Gabby. Been married for how many years?
6 years,
6 years. And 2 children.
2 children.
So your oldest.
Jasmine and Leo.
Right. And I believe, we can announce it on GPTV, I hope it's not a secret, but you are expecting another one, a 3rd child in December, is that right?
Absolutely.
If that was a secret, you just blew it.
Absolutely. And look, I've got to tell you, there's nothing better than having our sales team having children, because the more children they have, Gary,
More incentive.
the harder they have to work. So don't stop at 3, all right?
When
4 or
children
5.
and a wife that likes to shop a lot, you've got a lot of reasons to get up in the morning and achieve well. So good on you for your recent achievements. Tell me, how's it going working with Glenn? How's that team going?
Yeah,
It seems to be working really well for you.
Fantastic. Look, the great news is that we've kept the trophy in the corner,
That's right.
in our corner. Glenn won salesperson last month, and we're working really hard.
I think Glenn's also one-on-oneing with me as well, isn't he? So, yeah.
Tell you what, did I prepare those boys for you, Phil? I absolutely wrapped them up. All you had to do is just see it through. It's like, loosening the cap of the bottle. You just got a little bit of that at the end of it.
That's enough about you, Gary. Let's talk more about Daniel.
Okay.
One of the things that I'm always seeing about you, Daniel, and one of the things I love about you is that you've got this tenacity and this ability to just keep going. And I think one of the great skills to working in real estate is the ability to just sit at your desk, make call after call after call. And that's one of the things that I've noticed about you in the last 12 months is that you've kind of found a new threshold or a new level or a new fitness level, if you like, to be able to go to go those hard yards. How's that been working for you? How are you finding that?
One of the beautiful things at working at Gary Peer and Associates is the training that we do, the ongoing training. And it's certainly one of the things that we've really workshopped and worked hard to achieve, and that is you know, becoming match fit, you know, working hard at not just, you know, starting at sort of half an hour calls, then moving to an hour, and then moving to 2 hours. And it's really at 2 hours that you start to make a difference in the calls that you're making.
So just to explain that to the people that are watching, we talk about sitting down at the desk and making database calls,
That's
which
right.
is every good salesperson should have a database of 1,500 or 2,000 people, and it's that ability to just sit down and make focused call after call after call. And so many people can't do it, but you've certainly found a new level.
You're making a lot of sales that way as well.
Absolutely.
Nominating people to properties is one of the great ways that we work, and one of the great ways you work. And I know that I often lock the office up, and often when I go to turn the lights out, I hear that voice going, "Hey," you know, and it's Daniel Rees, because he probably is. Well, you are definitely one of our hardest workers. So it's
So
great.
Gabby, just so you know, if you are watching, yes, he is at the office late at night and he is making phone calls. We can absolutely confirm and guarantee that.
And he's got that very distinctive voice, hasn't he, Daniel, which we love. Daniel, I always say that Daniel's voice, he's like the Homer Simpson whisper. You know, if you ever watch The Simpsons, when Homer Simpson whispers, everybody hears it. And you've got that absolutely fantastic voice, and you can hear it all around the office. And it brings a great spirit and energy with it.
It does, and I think one of the things, I mean, look, you are on GPTV as Salesperson of the Month, so we've got to show you some absolute love. But I think you do bring this wonderful energy to the organisation, because you're always quick with a smile, and you've always got something nice to say about people, and I think that's a really wonderful, wonderful
And you can learn
attribute.
from that, Philip.
Yes, you may well be right. Daniel, keep up the good work. Great to see the trophy on your desk. I look forward to seeing it there many, many more times, and certainly the team that you've now gathered around you means that your success is virtually guaranteed if you continue to do all the things that you're doing. So well done, and congratulations.
Congratulations. You've won it a few times already, haven't you, Daniel? May you continue to win it more times, and thanks for your great work at GPTV. Daniel Rees, congratulations.
Thank you.
Cheers. How good to have Daniel Rees on GPTV.
What a great guy.
Yeah,
What a great
good to
guy.
give him the award, and he is evidence, Phil, that hard work pays.
Absolutely.
Because he really is a hard
You
worker.
do the basics in real estate, Gary, and you do them absolutely week in, week out.
Yep, get the rewards.
It's almost a no-brainer for success,
Yeah,
and
and
he's really showing that.
And he's about to have a little bit of a holiday, I believe.
Off to Bali, Gary.
Yes.
There's a big family celebration where the entire family's off to Bali. I'm not sure what they're celebrating, but in a cold July, August in Melbourne, you couldn't go to a better place, I suppose.
He might be celebrating his award, Phil.
He may well be.
Worth that sort of celebration. Let's talk about the weekend coming up. The weekend that we just had a very busy weekend, didn't we?
11 auctions, Gary.
Yes, that was
one
a
of the
big
biggest offerings by any agency in Melbourne last weekend.
It was, and we're going to repeat it again this weekend.
Another 11, Gary.
It is.
And we've got some interesting properties for review just quickly, because we are running out of time, Gary. I wouldn't mind talking very quickly about a house in Feodor.
I think you should do that.
Number 6 Feodor Street,
ahead.
which goes to auction at 12:30 on Sunday. A double-fronted period home with a fantastic rear extension on about 650 square metres of land.
Nice street.
Then we move on to Wilgar Street, where Leor Samuel is auctioning the most fabulous single-fronted home. A really popular street, Wilgar Street, and these single-fronted homes always go particularly well.
Good position. What time is that one on, Philip?
That one, Gary, is at 12:30. So while I'm doing Feodor Street, Leor is wielding the hammer at number 7 Wilgar Street. Then at 2:30, Gary. A house-size apartment, apartment number 3 at 215 Orong Road, St Kilda East. This is the most massive retro apartment, and it's really house-size, and something that even if you're not interested in buying, you should come down and see a spectacular property.
So plenty of stuff going on, Phil, out there in the market. We're still busy. There's still lots of sales being made. There's not probably all that much on there, but we've got pretty much a good share of what's going around, which is exciting. And we're looking forward to bringing you some more news, some more results, and talking about the trends and what's happening in the market at GPTV.
I'm Philip Kingston. Thanks again for watching.
I'm Gary Pearce. See you next week.